welcome to Bleeding Tree Gaming. My name's Amy, aka Warpfiend, and today I am joined by...
I'm Luke, aka SirMime.
And today we are talking about some of the latest Warhammer news, and starting off with a continuation to a recent video we did. More Blood Angels have come out.
Even more Blood Angel.
Yeah.
It's almost like there's going to be a reveal event for him, but they've just decided to split it into little articles now.
Yeah. I think it said something here. I don't know. I read somewhere in the article, I got the impression there was more stuff coming anyway. But we have two characters for now. And Blood Angels was the second 40k army I did when I got back into the hobby. So I'm quite fond of them. Out of all the Loyalist Space Marine chapters, they're the only one I at least kind of like.
They're good, the Loyalists.
Yes. I'm a little torn about this, if I'm honest.
I've got to say, like, I did play quite a few Blood Angels matches with the lads from work when I was getting back into the hobby, and like, the sanguinary priest model that I'm familiar with, I don't know, it's just the fact that his chalice is stowed away is like, he should always be holding that chalice.
yes, and I'm going to get to that in a minute, because I don't think that's the only thing. I think part of it is they've tried to streamline cloaks with the Primaris stuff and make it more realistic, I guess. But it also, like, this is one of the things that a lot of Dark Angels players said, and I kind of see, but like it wasn't a chapter I particularly cared about, so I didn't notice too much. But here you see on this one, he's got way more robes. He's holding that chalice aloft, and it's really glorious.
Just tempting you with it. It's like, you can't have it. You can't have it.
Yeah.
He's going to pour it on the sidewalk for his dead homies.
Yeah. He's also got the really cool chainsword on this one, and there's just like a generic chainsword there. Yeah.
I'll say, like, that actually has like a real Blood Angels motif to that chainsaw. The other one is just like, oh, you got that from standard. The standard.
Yeah. I think maybe what Games Workshop are going to try and do is slowly, like, leave themselves room to kind of update the ranges again, but make them more Blood Angel-y, I guess. Because at some point, like, whether it's 10 years apart, they've got to think of, like, where they can go in the future. But, I mean, I think people are just ready for the kind of wacky, like, over-the-top detail in Space Marines that we used to get before they went Primaris. I know it's justified in lore as like, oh yes, they're starting out as like brand new Marines in new armor, and they're slowly going to get more and more, individualized. There are some cool options on this. I do like the one pointing a gun, and that head, he's got a very that's like a very kind of, I can't think of his name, like, I guess like Richard Gere, is that who I'm thinking of?
It could be, yeah.
It looks familiar anyway. It's a very familiar head. Then, of course, we have the captain, and one complaint, and I will get this out of the way first because it is a very minor complaint. Where's his nipples gone?
We always return back to the puny Batman suit.
Yes. I mean, like, there was something to be said about the nipples on the armoured musculature of the old ones. I mean, kind of hard to paint. I always found them hard to paint.
I feel it's a backlash from Magnus the Red that they're still feeling that now, that everyone would shave off his horn nipples, and like, no nipples for anyone.
The nipples got too big.
Actually, what's the Adrian Barbosa part in the Sea Lab?
Oh yes.
That's all I can think of after the last video about nipples on armor.
I've just been thinking of that episode of Venture Brothers where, with the Craven the Hunter parody, who slices Brock's nipple off, and he's just like, put that back on.
There's something weird about the head on this one. I think it is maybe just like the flat front on angle of it, because like.
Yeah, I think it's something to say with the way GW paints stuff without like kind of like realistic shadow. Like there is shadow there, but it's cartoonishly kind of done.
It does look good in detail. I just think it's
it looks great.
I think it's just the wrong angle for the picture. Really, it's like there's other pictures with like the helmet on and everything. It does look really good.
Yeah, I want to get to some of those because here's the rest of the shots, and oh god, this is like the very reminiscent of Captain Tycho, that original model. I can see you could kind of build that fairly easily. But yeah, all in all, I'm really happy like with this captain. I think he's great.
Yeah.
The Sanguinary Priest, I mean, a couple of little tweaks and it would be perfect. And I'm hoping there's some more options in the kit. Like if there isn't a hand in there where he's holding up the chalice, it's a wasted opportunity.
He's got like little trinkets and things, but they all just seem to be like just stowed away on like his belt and around his neck. There's not really like anything in his hands or anything that makes him.
Yeah, it feels kind of like they just took the base apothecary and added things to it rather than it being like a whole new thing. Which, like, I mean, looking at this one, they're different. They've got the kind of muscle chest plates, they've got extra robes, they've got some weird, like, kind of, like collar stuff going on. Yeah, it's not a bad model. It's just not the Sanguinary Priest I wanted.
Yeah. It's cool as well though, because like from that last video we did when we were talking about the box reveal, it's like it is cool that there are more models on the way.
Yes.
It isn't just like two characters and some upgrade sprues. It's like
I'd very much love to see, like, I doubt they'll do it, but I would like to see some kind of dedicated squad models. I guess stuff like Death Company is always just like, you paint your intercessors a different color. Here's an upgrade sprue, which we've already seen.
I feel like with those new prosecutors and some of like the other winged Stormcast things we've seen on the way, it'd just be so cool just to see like a really like out there sanguinary guard with like really cool new wings on them and everything.
Yes. They need the wings, they need the muscled chest plates, like you can't take those away from them. Like otherwise they are just going to be generic things with like maybe like there's a torso chest plate or that goes over them. But please don't do that, GW, please. Okay, so moving on then, we're just going to quickly cover, as well as the 3 battle forces that are coming out for the Imperial agents, there's also a combat patrol.
Even more chances to get those same models.
Yep. There is the Inquisitorial Agents kit again. Who'd have thought it? Now, someone in the comments on the last video did point out that you can build each of these 2 ways, so it actually is handy to have a lot of them. And of course, like, they are going to be an important part of an Inquisitorial retinue. But every box, are they that important that every box needs them? Like, over the 4 boxes that are releasing, there is now 5 copies of this kit in there. 5 copies!
Sir, 6 boxes of Inquisitorial agents are missing. Then there'll be no army. I'll inform the children.
No, I mean, seriously, it does sound like people really need this unit to build an army around. So fair play to them. I mean, we're kind of joking, but it's still kind of like...
We jest.
Yeah. We jest. Yeah, and there you can see the battle forces that we talked about in our last video. There's also some re-releases of the Death Watch stuff, stuff from Blackstone Fortress. I haven't seen how much this guy is going up for yet. It better not be much because it's literally like, what, 2-3 parts on this model? It's a very simple model.
GW pricing, he probably will be at least like 19 quid. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. And obviously the Ministorum Priest.
I love that Ministorum Priest model. That's,
more of the Imperial agents, and then, haven't seen this kit before. And then obviously there was this Rogue Trader retinue here. Can't remember which one that was from. It was I think it was from the Rogue Trader box with the Galapox. Yeah, because I have that.
Goodness, like that glorious Sororitas model's actually going up for pre-order this weekend as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's down here.
I keep saying to myself every week, "Oh, thank goodness, there's nothing for me to want to buy." But like, there she is. Oh, she is stunning.
So this is Celestian Sacrosanct Avaline, and oh god, yeah, I'm just waiting to see some of the absolutely crazy competition level paint jobs on this, because this is one of those models that's designed for competition painters. You can see that there's going to be some great stuff out there.
I got it. Actually, if I didn't already have Yndrasta, but I'm kind of tempted to do it anyway, just get some wings for that model and make a, a custom Yndrasta.
Oh, that could be super cool. And the last thing we've got up is the preview coming this weekend.
Yeah.
Now, we haven't seen too much information.
Silhouettes for us.
Yeah,
wildly speculate on some silhouettes.
Yeah, we know that obviously I think the results are coming out tomorrow on who's going to be revealed, whether it's Skaven or Stormcast. We can see here this one.
Skaven got a bit of it, Lee.
It seems to be another Stormcast based, like possibly another variant from the same kit we saw before of the leader that was previewed.
Yeah, because they did mention it could be built as something else, but I'm struggling to remember now whether they showed you what the other.
Yeah, there was something. The wording was like, "Oh, there's also other build, but we won't show you that just yet." Or it can either be built. It can also be built as a generic version. So maybe this is a generic version. Maybe it's a completely new kit. It looks very similar with those wings there.
Yeah.
So
we've got the
if we just
here.
So, any thoughts about this?
Well, it looks very character-like.
Yeah.
Now, it's got a whopping great big sword, so I don't know if that necessarily it looks more like it could be a Verminous thing, or.
Yeah, I immediately on seeing the banner thing at the top, like I thought of Queek, but it's actually like it's a very different one, because Queeks would be the other way, like side on. They could have redesigned him completely, and I mean it would be good to see some of those classic Skaven characters come back, because I know you've got Thanquol basically, and is that it for unique characters?
Thanquol and Screech at the minute.
Screech, of course, yeah, of course. But yeah, it would be great to see him, but I don't know. Obviously, Queek Headtaker is one of the biggest names I know.
Something that could be like wired machinery at the bottom of it, but again, it's just kind of like with a silhouette. It's almost impossible.
Yeah, and this bit kind of looks like a little rat face.
Companion, yeah.
Could be, yeah. But I don't know if they'd show the eye in a silhouette, which is like why I'm like, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just a bit of the robe.
I mean, as well, it's kind of weird that GW are doing a reveal event and they haven't like shown off a little palsy character to go along with you.
Yeah. I'm sure there will be one. I'm sure.
There's always an animal friend. It's what we crave now.
Yes. So anyway, we'll try our best to get some news out on that preview as it's approaching.
I will probably be in the throes of whether Wi-Fi will work for me again, but we are going to try and get it out as fast as we can as soon as the previews are done.
Yep. So we're all excited for that. Let us know what you're hoping to see at the preview, whether you hope Stormcast or Skaven are going to win and get shown off first. And
how you liking the Blood Angel stuff?
This is how you liking it, yeah. We've got all stuff in the comments, in the description. You can check out Discord, Coffee, all the stuff. Check it out, please. We've been Bleeding Tree Gaming. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.